Okay, we are working with a function that is using function notation fx. We already did step 1, table of values. We did that substituting the values of -1, -2, 0, 1, and 2. We already found the graph using the table of values, and we already found the intercepts. So now we're going to work on step number 4. Step number 4 is finding the domain and the range of the graph. Because this graph is going basically left forever. Yes, I know that it's basically going, like it's falling in this side, so it's kind of like going down in this part. But the interesting part in here for domain and range is only understanding how it's moving left and right. Okay, domain and range. Well, domain is only about left and right, and range is about up and down. So for the domain, I know this thing is going left forever, and it's also going right forever. Basically, it's going to travel through all of the numbers. When it travels through all of the numbers, we use letter R. That means that it's traveling through all of the numbers. The range is basically up and down. So we need to understand how this drawing is moving up and down. Because it's an infinite line, I know that it's going up forever and it's going down forever too, so also the range will be R. Okay. Most of the cases in this functions, the answer is always R, and R for the domain and range. But when we're dealing with different types of functions, like a little bit more complicated than these ones, you're going to start seeing domains and range that are not R. They're going to be something limited from one number to another one, etc. So in this case, I know that the line is traveling in all of the directions forever. Okay. It's kind of like simple to understand what lines the domain and the range. If the line is inclined, doesn't matter the direction where it's going, it's always going to be R for the domain and R for the range, except when the line is vertical or if the line is horizontal. Those are special cases. In any other case, the domain is always going to be R and the range is also going to be R. So the step number 4, domain and range, I know that for this one, the domain is range because it's going left and right forever, and the range is also R because it's going up and down forever. Okay. Now, because this is a line versus it's basically a linear function. The only line that it's not a linear function is a vertical line. Now, this is not a vertical line, so this is a linear function. So step number 5, which is the type of the function, will be a linear function. Okay, the type of this function is a linear function. Okay, now step number 6 is about growth intervals. Okay, so we need to know whether the line is increasing or decreasing, or if it's constant. What does that mean? Increasing means the line is going up. Now, like I said before, it's going down in this side and it's going up in this side, so how can we decide? Okay, to check that, we're always going to read the line from left to right, never from right to left. So saying that it's going down or that it's falling, that will be wrong, because we will be reading it from right to left, and that is wrong. We need to read any drawing that we're seeing here, we're always going to have to read it from left to right. So from left to right, if you use like your fingers, or like if you make an imaginary character, like I'm going to use the pointer in here like to show like a character that's kind of like jumping, so it will be like boing, 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 boing. So you can see that's basically going up, right? In any place is going up, it's never going down, because if it's going down, that means it's traveling from right to left, and that is not how we read drawings. We read drawings from left to right. So from left to right is going up. That means this line is increasing. So on the growth intervals, I'm going to have to say that this line is always increasing. That means that increasing interval will be R. Now the line is never going down, it's never falling, because if you see from left to right, it's always going up. So the line is not decreasing. So the decreasing interval will be empty, and that's why we use this symbol. This symbol means in math empty. There is no decreasing interval. That's why the answer is empty in here. And also constant. Constant will be that the line is steady, the line is horizontal, but this is not a horizontal line, so it's not constant. So the only thing that we know about this line is that it's increasing. That it's not decreasing, neither constant, it's increasing. The line is an increasing line, okay? And that will be it. Okay, those will be all of the 6 steps to solve this exercise on the plotting workshop.